There are many places of industry on the island of Sodor. Huge coal mines, factories, dairies, and even a cement works. Nestled on a little line near the electric engines stands a large waste dump. Garbage from all over the island is collected and brought by train to this place. The engine who runs it now is named Scruff, and he hardly ever leaves the line. One morning, however, Whiff arrived at the junction to find Scruff waiting with a smart-looking coach. Whiff had seen him a few times before and was familiar with the little sentinel.
"Hello, Scruff. What brings you all the way out here?"
"Well, my owner wanted to meet the manager of that new cannery on your line. He had some business to discuss with him on this here's transport. I hardly ever pull coaches," he said, looking excited.
"Oh, that's wonderful. Make sure to stop by our castle. We'd love to have you."
Whiff smiled genially.
"Have fun."
And Whiff departed with his goods train. He sighed, thinking about the past. Long ago, Whiff had been the one to run the waste dump along with the short line it sat on. He would love to see the old place now. Meanwhile, Scruff was enjoying his run down the Earl's line. However, he very rarely made such a long run, and while he was enjoying his life at the waste dump, he had to admit they weren't that good at his maintenance.
"Just gotta loosen my joints,"
he said to himself. But all the same, when Scruff stopped at the new cannery, he was glad for the chance to rest. Soon, Lily backed down to collect some trucks.
"I didn't know the cannery bought its own engine," she said curiously.
"They didn't. My name's Scruff. I belong to the waste dump."
"My name's Lily, and I've heard of you. Apparently you usually stay tucked along your line. It's good to see you out and about."
"Oh!" Scruff blushed a little. "Thank you." And he told Lily all about his special train.
"Wow, that's very important work. Hopefully we'll see more of you. Goodbye, Scruff."
And Lily departed with her train, just as Scruff's owner and the manager of the cannery came up to him. "Scruff, I need you to take us to the Earl's estate. We need to speak with him."
"Right now? But we've just arrived."
"It's very important, Scruff. It's just a few more miles."
If you say so, sir,"
Scruff muttered quietly. The run seemed to be going fine until Scruff arrived at the steep spire that curled around the hill that the castle sat on. Scruff struggled onwards, but halfway up he stalled, wheels spinning.
Scruff, are you okay?" Whiff called.
Yes, Whiff, I'm fine. I can..."
But before Scruff could finish his sentence, Whiff had buffered up behind and pushed the poor sentinel up the hill. The Earl was standing on the platform to greet them.
"So this is Scruff," he observed interestedly. "Whiff, push him to the sheds. He will want a rest after such a long run,"
the Earl said kindly. Scruff smiled weakly. The three businessmen walked off as Whiff pushed Scruff underneath the water tower.
"I could have done it myself, Whiff."
"I'm sorry, Scruff, but you look to be in trouble." Scruff grunted and looked around.
"Nice place you've got here, Whiff."
"Oh, thank you. What's new at the waste dump? I see that they're incompetent as ever in locomotive servicing."
Scruff grimaced.
"Nothing a bit of oil can't fix."
The two talked for a bit before Whiff left. It wasn't long after that when Scruff's owner came back.
"We'll be on our way, Scruff. We've reached a deal."
"Love to hear it,"
Scruff said as he started to his coach. The Earl heard his clanking.
"Are you sure your engine's up to the journey home, Mr. Langley? He doesn't sound well."
What? Oh, our Scruff is more than capable. Come on, Scruff. Oh, yes, sir,
Scruff said gruffly.
let's get on our way.
Scruff put on a brave face, but his troubles started quite literally as soon as he left the castle. He attempted to apply his brakes going down the steep spire, but there was a dull thud, and Scruff found himself only speeding up.
Brakes, driver, please.
I'm trying, Scruff, but I don't think they're working.
Not working, but they have to.
Scruff careened down the hill and through the station where Whiff sat. Whiff saw a scared look on Scruff's face as he rushed past.
He's in trouble. We better follow.
It was a good thing that Whiff did follow him. Scruff ran helplessly down the line. However, eventually he ran out of momentum. His boiler failed to hold pressure, and he slowed right to a stop. Whiff was able to collect him and bring him back to the castle. There, Scruff's owner had a talk with the Earl. They walked out looking not too happy with each other. Alright, Scruff, you're gonna stay here for a few days before going to the steam works.
What? But sir,
Whiff will take your place until you return.
what?
I haven't been there. Your Earl was rather insistent on it. I don't like seeing engines work to the point of failure, Mr. Langley. There was a note of coldness in the Earl's voice. Whiff, you shall escort Mr. Langley back to his plant at once. I want you back here for the night. Yes, sir, Whiff said, still a little confused. Scruff's owner climbed back into his coach without saying another word to the Earl. It was clear that he considered Scruff's failure and his little chat with the Earl a great insult to him and his company. One by one, the Earl's other engines returned to find Scruff sitting curious at their sheds. They chatted politely with the newcomer until Whiff backed down. Scruff told us you'll be heading back to your old stomping grounds, said Stafford. Yes, I'm excited to see how the place has changed. I'm still a bit worried about how heavy the workload will be, though. Oh, Whiff, said Lily. I have complete confidence that you'll be more than capable of handling it. This greatly lifted Whiff's spirits. He was able to handle it, but that's a story for another day.